May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes, please.
I pick to mention hearing item 33 to 35. 33, 34, and 35. Lordship, on the last occasion, I've sought times for filing an additional affidavit, but I'm yet to file, so I wait up 3 weeks, maybe granted again, Lordship.
Okay, Mr. Sabungwati Walling, the learned counsel for the petitioner is further allowed 3 weeks' time
Lordship.
to file additional affidavit.
Lordship.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes, ma'am.
I beg to mention item number 31 on behalf of Chris Senior. She is indisposed, so kindly list this matter after 2 weeks, Lordship.
Counsel for the petitioner?
Uh,
Petitioner?
no, I am standing on behalf of Chris Senior petitioner.
That's
Yes.
what Chris Senior is a counsel for the petitioner.
Yes, Lordship.
MS Senso. Learned counsel makes a mention on behalf of MS Chris Senior. The learned counsel for the petitioner and seeks adjournment of the case for 2 weeks on the ground that learned counsel for the petitioner is indisposed. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly. Okay.
Much obliged.
For admission, item number 1.
May I please, Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, I'm for respondent number 4 and 5. Lordship, may be gracious if I may be allowed 1 week's time, Lordship, to file my affidavit in opposition.
Yeah, for the respondent number.
4 and 5, Lordship.
What about the state? What about 6, 7, 8?
Lordship, state has filed respondent number 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
and 10.
What about
The Lordship,
6, 7?
yes,
Ah.
respondent number 6, 7, and 8.
Acha. You have also filed. You have filed your affidavit. Okay, Mr. W.
V goes
Marho.
V goes Lordship.
Mr. V. Koza.
Lordship.
The learned counsel for the petitioner is further allowed 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition.
Opposition, Lordship.
Okay.
Much obliged.
For admission, item number 2.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes, please.
Your Lordship, I am appearing on behalf of respondent number 7. I'll be filing my wakalatnama in the course of the day, so I may be granted. 3 weeks.
Last time, Mr. Aranlong, last time you were given 3 weeks' time to file your wakalatnama.
Yes, Lordship, but
Was it not sufficient?
only yesterday it reached me, and then I'll be filing during the course of the day.
Okay.
And then accordingly, I'll file my affidavit of
Okay.
opposition.
Mr. Aranlong, the learned counsel for the respondent number 7 submits that he will be filing the power in the course of the day,
Yes, Lordship.
and also 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the said respondent. What about state? Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly. Okay.
Much obliged.
For admission, item number 3.
Maybe, Sir Lordship.
Yes,
Lordship, I beg to mention on behalf of M. Long Kumar, Lordship.
yes.
We have already filed, Lordship. If this matter can come up after 2 weeks, Lordship.
The pleadings complete.
Lordship, the respondent has filed one objection.
In the IA,
Yes.
what is the IA for?
My lord, they file I on the mental ability of the writ petition. So, my lord, I've already filed my reply on that.
What was your this case in the IA?
My lord, the private respondent 4, they file one I for mental ability of the writ petition. And then accordingly,
Respondent number 4 has filed the IA.
yes, lordship.
And you are the petitioner.
Yes,
I have filed objection.
Yes, I've replied to objection, your lordship.
Okay. What is the issue of mentionability? What is the issue of mentionability?
Lordship, I'm here for respondent number 5.
Who has filed the IA?
Respondent number 4, Lordship.
Who is respondent number 4? Maintainability of the writ petition.
Yes, Lordship. Yes, Lordship. I was filed by respondent number 5, Lordship.
Who is for 5?
Lordship, here in the IA, we have the petitioner, Lordship.
So what is your ground for objecting to the petition?
Some changes to be made, Lordship, that's why. Yeah.
No, that, what is your petition?
Lordship, it pertains to the land ownership. And then the private respondent has filed the IA stating that I've not challenged the immune approval order. That is their objection filed by the respondent.
Why don't you actually amend your petition?
No,
By-
Lordship, I filed my objection in that. I
Uh,
filed my reply on that.
What is your reply?
Your Lordship, since the petitioner is challenging the immune appointment order, which is the final order, and then practically, my Lord,
The appointment order is only a consequential order. The main order is the approval order. It is on the basis of the approval order that the notification has been issued appointing the respondent.
Your
And
Lordship,
when you have not challenged the this approval order, maybe there is a serious defect in your petition.
Your Lordship, if that is the case, I may be
That is
allowed
the
to.
case.
Yes,
Obviously, that is the case.
I may be allowed to incorporate the immune approval order.
You file your application. Mr. So-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner. 6 for 2 weeks' time. To file an amendment application incorporating the impugned approval order. Prayer is allowed. The learned counsel for the petitioner is allowed 2 weeks' time to file the necessary amendment application.
Much obliged.
Okay,
Lordship, there's an interim. Lordship.
okay. The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable date. Listed on, give a date. We'll list it on 10th April.
Okay,
Okay,
Lordship.
before that you file.
Much,
Listed on 10/4/2025. Okay.
much.
For admission, item numbers 4 and 5.
Yes, Mr. Moa.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. You have not filed your affidavit?
No.
Yes, very good answer. So how much
And
time?
lordship, I just discussed with the legal officer of the department, this relates to PhD department.
PhD.
Now, so far as item 4 has been concerned, I think the applicants, the petitioners are covered by the OM 2015, it appears, because they have served 30 years with a
Still serving. Still serving.
Some are serving, some are retired.
How many petitioners are there, ma'am?
Here,
17.
the 18 petitioners.
18 petitioners. You just try to ascertain whether your petitioners are covered by the latest government notification. Yeah, what is your case? What is your case?
It's pertaining to a regularization of the service.
Oh, regular, that's
Yeah.
that's a different issue.
Regularization.
Regularization, because actually that notification pertains to payment of a scale of pay.
Still active, yes.
So maybe yes. So you file your affidavit in that matter?
Yes, my lord.
Yes, in that case, you file your affidavit. No, because actually that OM maybe like if they are actually like they have the pimps,
Yes,
then they will be getting the scale of pay,
yes,
correct?
yes.
But so far as regularization is concerned, I think the OM does not cover the subject of regularization. correct?
Yes,
So you file your affidavit, we'll give you 3 weeks time.
yes, yes.
Okay. Mr. Moimchan, the learned senior government advocate is further allowed 3 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition. Okay.
God bless you.
For admission, item number 6.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Your Lordship, I'm mentioning on behalf of Z Gogno for all the respondents, Lordship.
Uh,
He's here to file the counter affidavit, so if 3 weeks may be given.
Mr. So-and-so. Learned counsel makes a mention on behalf of Mr. Zat Kulnu, learned counsel for all the respondents, and 6 for 3 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed.
Lordship, interim order may be con-
Stop. The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable date.
obliged.
For admission, item number 7.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, this morning I have received an instruction.
Okay.
Now the petitioner is in serial number 4 in the conventional appointment this morning, which I have received. So
You file your affidavit.
kindly grant me 3 weeks of time.
You file your affidavit, let him also check up
Noted.
whether he is being correctly placed.
Lordship,
Correct.
Lordship.
Okay, Mr. A. Santap,
Yes, Lordship.
learned government advocate submits that he has received the instructions and will be filing the affidavit in opposition within 3 weeks' time.
Lordship.
Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
Lordship.
For admission, item number 8.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes, please.
Your Lordship, I'm mentioning on behalf of the senior counsel for the respondent. Your Lordship, we are yet to receive an instruction to file our affidavit. So if I may be allowed 3 more weeks.
Younger Wati,
Yes, Your Lordship.
CGC, he is,
Yes, Your
in this
Lordship,
case,
CGC.
Mr. So-and-so. Learned counsel makes a mention on behalf of Mr. Younger Wati, learned CGC, for the respondents and 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
Obliged, Your Lordship.
For admission, item number 9.
May it please, Your Lordship?
Yes, ma'am.
Lordship may kindly grant me a further time of 2 weeks to file my affidavit.
Okay,
Yes, I've no teaching.
MS. S. Mary, the learned government advocate is further allowed 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Okay.
No obliged.
For admission, item numbers 10 to 27.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, item 11 to 27, I've already filed an affidavit. However,
Item?
11 to 27.
Pleadings are complete in those.
Yeah,
matters.
in those matters, affidavit, everything complete, except the item 10, Your Lordship, they filed the item 10 this year only, Your Lordship, and in this,
Item 10.
yes, Your Lordship.
7/20/25.
Yes, Your Lordship, Your Lordship. So the affidavit file in other might cover, however, like specific instruction has not been received to that regard. So 3 weeks may be granted again, Your Lordship, for item 10. The other I have already filed, Your Lordship.
Okay. And what about you? You?
May I please, Your Lordship, I'm for the respondent number 5. We have already filed our affidavit.
Okay. MS. Livika. The learned government advocate submits that in WPC 7/2025, which was recently filed. She is yet to receive instructions and therefore 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Stop. In the rest of the writ petitions, in the rest of the analogous writ petitions. MS because the government advocate submits that the affidavit has been filed. Listed after 3 weeks.
Obliged.
For orders, item numbers 28 to 30.
Yes, ma'am.
May I please, my lord?
Yes, Mr. Nagami.
Lordship, in the item number A, that is WPC 3, WPC 3 of 2025.
Ah,
I am for respondent 1, 3, and 4.
3 and 4.
Government.
Yes, for the state is 1, 3 and 4.
Okay.
Lordship, for item number 29, that is WPC 17 of 2025. Lordship, I'm for respondent number 1, 2 and 3. Yes, Your Lordship.
And
Then in WPC 18 of 2025, Your Lordship, I'm for respondent number 1, 3 and 4, Your Lordship.
1, 3 and 4.
Yes. I'm here to receive instruction, Your Lordship, in this matter.
What about the other respondents?
The other respondent is the Lokayukta, Your Lordship. In item 28, respondent number 2 is the Lokayukta, Your Lordship.
Whether they have filed?
No,
We have, sorry?
They have filed?
No, Your
no.
Lordship.
After the motion, this is the first time it's listed again, Your Lordship.
Okay. Lok Ayukta is respondent number 2
Yes,
in WPC 3/2025.
correct, my lord.
And in what 17/2025, 4,
4.
is it?
Yes, my lord.
And in 18/2025,
It's two again, my lord.
okay. Service report in respect of respondent number 2 in WPC 3/2025. Still awaited. Mr. N. Angami, the learned government advocate for the state respondents in all the cases. 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition.
Your Lordship, if I can make a correction, in item number 17, there's no Lokayukta.
That is why we have not mentioned.
Okay, I'm sorry, apologies.
6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition.
Mm.
Okay, prayer is allowed.
There's interim also.
Listed after 3 weeks. Stop. The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable date.
Obliged,
Yes.
Lordship.
Obligement.
For hearing, item number 32.
What is this?
Your Lordship, this is to do with the appointment of a GB, the Gaunpara in Yangzitong village, Your Lordship. One Ihoto Mongzar. Ihoto was the GB, but he gave up his identity as a Simi and he embraced himself as a Sankam. Because there are many villages, my lord, in the Kifri district where two brother tribes have established the village. And in fact, share the same ancestry also, some Sankam ancestry, some Simi ancestry. So my lord, here Ihoto was the head GB in the village,
Which village?
Yangzitong.
Yazato.
Yangzitong.
Yazato.
In fact, your lordship, in Simi, it's known as Yazdu.
Yazdu. Yazdu.
Yes.
Okay.
But then the official recognized name is Yangzitong,
Yangzitong.
your lordship.
Ah.
So my lord, here, after Ihoto gave up his identity as a Simi and embraced the Sankam, and this GB ship is through the Simi lineage. So your lordship, since he gave up his Simi identity, he had to resign also, and he resigned. About the properties and inheritance right, all those were decided, your lordship. And
By?
only,
Decided by?
your lordship, by the clan, by the village, even to the extent of joint DB's council of Sejong and Agnato. Judicial decisions are also there, your lordship.
Whether joint DB's court is a constituted, duly constituted court.
Your lordship, that is there. That issue is there, your lordship. But basically what I'm trying to impress upon your lordship is the issue was decided at the village level, at the joint council, joint DB courts level by the two tribes, your lordship. Then as per the notification of the state, now the village council has to take a decision to recommend the person to be appointed as a GB. So the Sankams and the Simis, they came together, village council took a decision. In the decision, they all recommended the present petitioner, Hocheto, to be appointed as a GB. My lord, what happened after that? One Akato from the village who happens to be Khato's relative. I think one night he blind fired. So the Sanctum side, they took it that it was Khato who did it. A case was instituted before the court, the criminal court at Kifri. But later on, Akato was also acquitted because no guilt could be established against him to have caused the issue as alleged by the Sanctum side. But my lord, here, taking that as an excuse that some other person fired a shot in the village, taking that as an excuse, the Sanctum GBs, they wrote a representation saying that they will not support the appointment of Wakato. As a part of the decision where they will also appended their signature, your lordship, recommending the appointment of Wakato as a village council decision, your lordship. They just wrote a simple letter instead of going through a judicial process. They wrote a simple letter saying that we no more endorse his GBship. And the accusations that I will show your lordship, all these accusations, I was not aware. I came to see through the government's affidavit. But my lord, all those accusations are baseless on the record itself, on the face of the record itself. Now, since it is a...
Why don't you reply to the government at least?
Yes, your lordship, I have replied. But my lord, basically, only because two brother tribes have established the same village, if not, they follow a different customary law, we follow a different customary law. In fact, for the sake of unity, we have established the same village and have shared the same village council. If not, as far as their GB's appointment is concerned, it is none of our business. The senior side GB's appointment.
Whether there is a practice to appoint GBs from both the tribes.
Yes, your lordship. Both tribes.
Both tribes, there is a practice.
Yes, your lordship. But Ihoto, who was a Simi, he gave up his Simi identity.
Okay, let us forget the
Yes,
story.
yes, your lordship.
So how many GBs are appointed from each?
Your lordship, from the letter itself, government secretary. Your lordship, I will show your lordship the decision of the village council recommending him. There we will see the number of page 40 to 41 of my read petition, your lordship.
How many GBs?
Why in the type we have not written GBs? These are all GBs. Your lordship, page 40. Setrong Tzi GB, Serito GB, Tohuvi GB, Khavuto GB. So there are 10 GBs, your lordship. Your lordship is asking how many GBs
From each tribe?
From each tribe. Okay. Then your lordship, page 57 is the Simi. Oh, there are 6 of them. No, 5. 5 of them, your lordship, 5. Chocho is not a GB.
Even at present?
Yes,
Even
your
at
lordship.
present?
Oh, no, at present, there are only 9. Only 4 Simi. Yes. Because Kheoto is not yet appointed.
Hoketo.
Oh, Hoketo, your lordship, my apologies. Then, no, there are 10 at the moment. Yes, 10 at the moment. With Hoketo's appointment, there will be 11.
Was this Hoketo appointed as GB at any point of time by the government?
His appointment was under process. And when everything was done, all the formalities completed, due to some internal issues, where somebody fired a shot and they took that excuse to say that we are withdrawing our signatures appended to recommend the appointment of Khato. And by that simple letter itself, the government also did not act. And that's how this matter has reached this on the court.
Yes, Mr. MT, what is the stand of the government? Just in brief.
Lordship, here, the under part of the petitioner, as you said, according to the bleeding of the petitioner, it can be clearly seen that this article 226 is, I feel it is not maintainable. It as much as there should be a act by the act or conduct of the state, the petitioner right should have infringed. But now I find two issues here in this case. Now, in case of the Yansidong village, there are two tribes, two camps. One camp is Santam, one is Sumi camp. So, in case of Santam, in order to replace or to appoint a Santam camp, Sima has to keep the council.
Sema.
Yeah, Sima has to keep the council. So, also in the present case, Hokkaido Yiptu was supposed to replace that earlier Kampura. But now, as stated by the petitioner, that because of that incident took place on 24th February, so the Santam they have withdrawn. Otherwise, they have already consented that Hokkaido Yiptumi has to be is going to be the replacer of that outgoing Kampura. So that part could not be completed here. It is pending in the village, and now
not in the village before the.
No. Now there's one part, and that is within the petitioner and within the village only. That issue is within the village. Subsequently, because the petitioner could not convince, and again by the time the government it is also meet the Sanam party just to come to an amicable settlement and to settle the issues. But the other tribe was Adaman. So here my submission is such that whether the act of the government infringe the right of the petitioner and the initial. So there are two issues here. Subsequently, that being the situation means that Hokkaido, that Mr. Yiptumi could not be accommodated or could not be recommended by those other camp to be as a new Kampura. So that is within the issue only, that is issues between AKL and BKL like that. Now, that being the situation.
No, but Mr.
Yes.
MT, Mr. MT, the decision is to be taken by the government, not
Yes.
by AKL or BKL.
Yes.
So what stand should the government take?
No, the thing is, now that being the situation, the petitioner has addressed to the government.
Correct.
So as per the, on receiving the representation submitted by the petitioner, the government has issued a direction to the ATC Suichong.
Okay.
So ATC Suichong, he met all those affected parties, means mostly that the Santam group, just to come to an amicable situation, solution. But those other party, they were not in the line. So they could not consider the operation of the additional deputy commissioner Suichong. So that is the stage now.
No, my lord, the one question that remains, in my understanding, if my lord may accept, a decision is to be taken. Decision was taken, and it was forwarded to the government. Now, after thought, taking the lame excuse that somebody fired a shot, and who is not the present petitioner but other person, now going back on a decision which amounts to a judicial decision of the village council.
The government has not taken a decision.
No, the village council. This is their own decision that they have questioned. So whether that should have been considered by the government, because an additional affidavit was filed by the state, your lordship, on the copy I received on 22nd of August 2024. And the same procedure that was completed in this case, the government has stated in the affidavit that the consensus should be there. Yes, there was consensus, that decision was taken. Then, your lordship.
No, now the issue is aftermath of the firing. The aftermath of the firing. Now the issue stands
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Aftermath of the firing.
Yes.
So what is the best recourse? What is, because actually this court also maybe, this court cannot direct the government to appoint a GB. Because actually for appointment of a GB, it is for the government to decide.
Yes, of course, within the domain of
That's
the
what
government.
looking from the village.
It may not be proper for this court to give any directions. Now, what is the best option?
Now, my lord, for that, if my lord may kindly peruse the government's affidavit,
Good.
page 11 here, the points raised by the Sangdams, the brother tribe of the village. All these points, none of these points on the record itself, none of these points sticks. They say that he is responsible for the firing, and his Hokato, the present petitioner, has been branded as a criminal. Your Lordship, the competent court itself has acquitted the person who had fired the shot, not towards any individual, just blank firing in the air, Your Lordship. Now, even that person is acquitted. That is also raised as one of the contentious issues. The government has to apply its mind, judicious mind, not on the tribal lines. If we have to go into all the unnecessary details, it's so shocking the nature in which the ADC Seichung has also handled this matter. Consultation only with the Sanktam GBs, not with. Yeah, it shows as if the government itself is trying to break apart the village. It should be a joint consultation. The records which are annexed in the government affidavit is also shocking, Lordship.
From Simi tribe.
My lord.
The consensus of the Sanktam tribe is compulsory.
Your Lordship, on that point, if it may kindly be mentioned in the order sheet so that I can get the records from the village. Because somewhere I heard that some appointments of the Sanktam GBs were done without consulting the Simi GBs. So I need to confirm that, Your Lordship, if it may kindly be recorded in the order. I want to clarify that, my lord, because there are two different tribes, though different tribes are brother tribes establishing a same village. This issue may come up in the future also, and it may serve as a deterrent.
GBs are equally appointed in numbers.
Not necessarily equally, Your Lordship, but representation, if we go by the law itself, then it should be by way of the number of population and households. But as far as authority is concerned, when two brother tribes have shared the same domain, they should have equal voice. And the government should not take one side of the argument. The government should rather try to see that two brother tribes are existing peacefully without listening to all this unnecessary
In this matter,
isms in Lordship.
why the ADC Seichung meet only Sanktam? Because the other party is okay, they are in a positive attitude. So the other tribe was also a negative to say. So that's why they have approach.
But why our Sanktam tribe should vehemently oppose the
Yes,
appointment of
that is the issue.
this person?
And
When this person in fact is not involved in that firing incident.
yes,
And it is the other person who has been acquitted by the court.
and
So I think some flimsy
yeah.
ground is taken not to appoint this person.
yes,
That's what I
and
can.
my personal view, this nature of case has to be handled very steadily.
Correct, of course, of
Your
course.
Lordship, in fact, I agree with my learned senior colleague, but the defense on how the learned ADC has acted, the record itself shows that it is as if the petitioner side is unreasonable, decision taken only with the other tribe.
Okay, you obtain that instruction.
My lord, I request your lordship to kindly
We
reflect.
will
on the
record.
lordship.
Of course,
My
we
lord,
will give
your
you a
lordship.
copy of the.
My
order,
lord,
but,
your
I
lordship.
think, yes. have Mr. Joshua Shaki, the learned counsel for the petitioner, and Mr. Im Teamso, the learned additional AG for the state respondents. The present case relates to non-appointment of the petitioner as GB at Yangzi Tong within bracket Yezdo close bracket village, correct?
My lord.
Mr. Joshua has submitted that in Yangzi Tong village, two tribes, namely Sanctum and Simi,
My lord.
are appointed as the GBs of the village. In the course of hearing on appointed query from the learned counsel for the petitioner, as to whether there is a compulsory requirement for obtaining the consent of one of the tribes to be appointed. What was that? What was that? No, please read it from the beginning. No, just on that part. Of one of the tribes for appointment as a GB of the other tribe. Mr. Joshua Shaki, the learned counsel, submits that he may be allowed some time to obtain the necessary instructions / information on the issue raised by the court as to the compulsory requirement from one of the tribes to obtain consent for appointment of GBs to the other tribe. Okay, Mr. Imti. List it. After 2 weeks, 1 week,
My lord.
after,
Okay, 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
listed
My
after
lord.
2 weeks for enabling Mr. Joshua Shaki, the learned counsel for the petitioner, to place the required instructions for proper disposal of the case. Okay.
Lordship.